Oh, we need some crunchy snacks, right?
Hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, my God. Sally, what are you doing here?
I'm visiting my mom for the weekend.
Baby, this is Sally. Yeah, Sally took over your mom's job at the gallery after you were born.
Oh, he's super cute. Do you just love getting to be home with him all the time? Must be so wonderful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a good question, but it's complicated, though, because, I would love to feel content, but instead I feel like I'm just stuck inside of a prison of my own creation where I torment myself until I'm left binge eating Fig Newtons at midnight to keep from crying. And I feel like societal norms and gender expectations and just plain old biology have forced me to become this person that I don't recognize, and I'm just angry all the time, like all the time. And I would love to direct some of my own artwork towards a critique of the modern day systems that articulate this, but my brain just doesn't function the way that it did before I had the baby, and I'm dumb now. And I am deeply afraid that I am never going to be smart or happy or thin ever again.
Do you just love getting to be home with him all the time? Must be so wonderful.
Oh, yeah, I do. I love it. I do. I love being a mom.
Now, somebodies, for all of you that don't know, this movie is called Nightbitch. I highly recommend it. And look, full transparency, it made my wife and I just tear up, and I got more of an understanding because I didn't know. My wife would voice that she felt different after each birth. And I was supportive, but I never really could get a full view of it. And yes, it took this movie for me to have an understanding. Now, what you see here is a mother with the first answer. That is her reality. And she said it in her subconscious and her conscience to that person that took her job. And what a situation right there. They took your job because you became a mother. How symbolic is that? But that was all complete truth that she can't say, because the second answer is the answer the society not only wants but needs you to say, that motherhood is great. And look, motherhood is great. It has its wonderful moments, but at the same time, and this is for all parents, but mostly for all you mothers. I'm not going to say that us fathers are in that level, because I know it always gets to the fact that the woman carries the child, so you have that bond no matter what. But a woman goes through changes even after. Sometimes it changes their, not just body physically, but it's an emotional change as well. Sometimes it kind of either kickstart something different with your brain, or it takes away something. So women can feel different than probably the perception they thought motherhood would be. You're holding your baby, it's wonderful, you're smiling, you're so happy, but then it's a new life for you as a mother, because you got to take care of this new baby, this new person that is completely dependent on you on the daily. This is a drastic change from what your life was prior. I think a lot of women feel that the idea of a child is great. Like I said, once you have the child, you give birth, you hold the child. That's not what being a mother is, that moment. No, it's so much more. And I give it to you mothers wholeheartedly. You have my full respect, because I was raised by a single mother, and watching my mom do it on her own, raise me, and looking back, I am so grateful and thankful. And I'm sure maybe at times she had a moment of like, I could use a break. But we as society, don't judge, okay? Every mother is different, and you don't know their situation, especially behind closed doors. Some mothers may need a break. Other mothers may just are coming to terms in reality with what raising a child is. Fine. Be there. Be supportive. Don't judge. Who are you? What is it? And maybe Jay could correct me here or let me know. The Lord says, judge lest ye be judged, or something like that. In other words, if you judge, somebody else is going to judge you, and that's okay. Why? Why are you going to do that? All right? It's a beautiful thing to want to bring a child into the world. You want to be parents. You want to shape and mold a person in society. But it's not easy at all. And all the manuals that are out there, all the books, all the magazines, why do you think there's so many? Because there's not one idea on how to raise a child, and most of these books and people go through different ways of doing it. Everyone is different. If a parent and a mom feels this way, let them feel that way. But be there for them right afterwards. Raising a child, being a mother, is probably the toughest, one of the toughest jobs around, and they don't even get their due or their credit. Because a lot of society sees if this child even does one thing a little wrong, like, oh, this mother sucks. She's doing a horrible job. She should go back to get some advice or training, or let me tell her. Stop it, okay? Every child is different too. Every situation is different. Quit looking at them. Everyone is doing what we can do, and that is our best. And they are doing their best. Everyone needs to remember we all come from a mom.
I understand where her character was coming from, because I feel if you really feel that way, you need to get that out. And don't just say stuff to be nice just because that's what society says, or if you say how you truly feel, they're gonna say you're a bad mother or anything like that. Because I never understood what women go through after having a baby until my wife had a child. And she always tell me how different she does feel after having children. And she always say when certain things happen, she can feel certain things. Like, I think the IV, she always talk about, she can feel the IV in her hand when she goes to the hospital and stuff like that, or when it gets cold or something like that. But yeah, if you feel a certain way, it's okay to vent that out or say it out loud. Be careful what you're saying it to, because you know people are judgy. But if you know someone who's had a child, and especially if they had like a rough pregnancy as well on top of that, let them be who they want to be. Because I always tell my wife, if you want to do something for relaxation purposes, go ahead and do it. I low-key give her a little grief, depending on what it is, because my daughter does it too. She's like, oh, you're leaving us again, huh? You know, type of stuff like that. So, but yeah, whatever you need to do to get your mind right, get your body right, however else you feel, do you. Because as a man, we're not gonna never know what you go through as far as carrying a child, giving birth to a child, what happens to your body after having a baby, and multiple babies on top of that as well. We can listen and empathize, but we'll never know what you're going through. So I'm not going to say you're going to judge a mother because she feels a certain way. We all feel not good about ourselves at one point in time. No one feels happy-go-lucky all the time.